time for Cigar Talk, the fastest growing cigar show in the nation.
Welcome back, Cigar Talk. I'm your host, Rob Jones. Tonight, we have the one and only, the Real Thick Shady.
Here we go.
What's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, Dude,
are you excited that it's the Christmas season?
Nah.
Are you a bah humbug?
No.
You sound like it.
No.
I'm, you know what? For some reason, I'm excited this year, and I normally don't get excited.
Why are you excited this year? You off?
No. Well, for Christmas week,
Yeah.
I'm off.
Yeah.
I take that every year. I
No matter
work
what.
through Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
And that was brutal.
I heard.
I ain't going to get into that. But anyway, no, you know what? It's just I'm ready to be off, spend some time with family.
Tell the truth.
And just relax.
See, this Christmas will be my granddaughter's first Christmas.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I'm going to act a fool. When my son look up, it's going to be so many presents. He going to be like, what are we going to do with all this stuff? I don't know. I don't care. It's going to be a drum set.
You're going to be like, it's time to get it on.
to get back at you.
Heck yeah.
I'm going to have drum sets, guitars, horns, little toys to just make noise at any time. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they live down in...
No, he's in Nebraska.
Oh, he's in Nebraska.
Yeah, Nebraska, up in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Wow, that's far.
Yeah.
Are you going up there?
Well, I was supposed to, but they're going to come down here to Killeen, so
dude, that's
make it
even
even
better,
quicker trip,
man.
yeah.
And there'll be more family.
Oh, most definitely.
Awesome, man. So hey, let's jump in. This is our special Christmas episode. We're bringing it to you early, and here's the reason why. Our guest tonight is Santa Claus.
Well, and he's going to be working when this comes out. So.
Right. So, I mean, we can't wait till the end. He's a busy man.
Very busy.
And so, anyway, we've got also, this is our yearly top 25 show.
Yes, sir.
Now, last year, we did basically 12 and 12 and put it together, top 25. This year, we're doing Bryant's top 25 and Rob, that's me, 25. And so,
just preface, that's me. So
yeah, I mean, in case you didn't know who me was,
carbon copy.
Right. Now, speaking of carbon copy, did you ever see the movie?
Yes,
dude, that was a great movie.
Great movie, man.
That for people who didn't see that movie, you thought you discovered Denzel.
Yeah, not until then.
If you didn't see Carbon Copy, you missed it.
You missed it.
But it was just a good family film. You know what I mean?
He said family film.
You know what I mean?
I got you. Because you could.
There was no F-bombs.
No.
And you know what? Because this is the Christmas episode, I have pledged to try and not drop a F-bomb.
I like that word, try.
I promised I would.
Larry almost jumped out the seat.
I'm totally going to try.
All right.
I pledged.
We'll take that. We'll take that.
It's better than just saying, I know I'm going to drop 2 tonight. Usually that's in the morning.
Early.
After my coffee. So anyway, we're going to do our top 25s. I'm excited about it. I've spent a lot of time putting together my list. And so I don't know what you have. You don't know what I have. So I'm just as eager to hear yours as I am to hear mine.
Hear yours. I know I got a list, but
let me see.
Another drink, I'll find it.
Right. Hey, before we jump into it, let's tell everybody what we're smoking.
Okay, I'm smoking the Villinger Sandoro.
Okay. I haven't had that one. Villager sent those to us to try. Larry had it. You're having it. And then I've got one left over for me.
I got to stop looking like the dunce in the corner. I'm done.
Oh, man.
I'm done with that. I'm sorry. I can't do it anymore. First of all, it doesn't fit.
You know what?
It's too small.
You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say I'm proud of you for leaving it on
as long as I did. And then y'all
I
tried to set me up talking about flip the bells over. Let me sit over looking. No.
You're
no,
like a Jack in the Box.
No, worse than that. Jack in the Crack.
Oh,
good, bro.
Yeah.
I'm
so
good.
if you're not watching YouTube, I'm wearing a Santa hat, and he was wearing a dumbass hat.
Thank you, because it wasn't an elf hat.
Hey, my wife said I have a Santa and an elf hat.
Try 'em.
But
good,
you know what?
I'm
When she pulled it out, I was like, "There's no way his head's fitting in there.
It's too small, man." And then Larry got behind me trying to squeeze it. I'm like, "Man, my head hurt."
I mean, what's funny is this is as big as a 13-inch tire. So what does that say about what does that say about your head?
A lot of brain, bro. A lot of brain.
Whatever you want to call it. So anyway, I'm smoking a Padron 1926, and let me tell you what. You know, usually I call certain sticks phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
This one is above that.
What is it?
It is fabulous.
Fabulous. Not tremendous?
Not tremendous.
Fabulous.
Tremendous ideally points to size. So I don't use that word.
What'd you say earlier?
I don't remember.
Thin red. Skinny red. That's what you call it. Skinny red. Anyway,
hey,
man,
if you listen to the after show,
you'll find out.
The Light 'Em Up crew, you'll find out about skinny.
Exactly.
Old Skinny Red. Anyway, you know what? I was down at the Leaf today, and I was going through cigars, and this 1926 caught my eye because of the Vitola. Yeah. I mean, that's a nice Vitola. Is, you know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm going to guess that's like a 52.
What did it come in? Did it come in the metal tube?
No, it came in cellophane. No, I don't remember if it even came in cellophane.
I just got it. I didn't care.
Hey, I told Scott, I want that one. And he pulled it out. I don't remember what it had on it. I think it was just like this.
Just like that?
Yeah.
It was in the front counter?
Yeah.
And, it was just like that. Yeah.
The Padron has the most noticeable wrapper.
Yes, it does.
Because it's coarse, very toothy, rough, and not too loose, not too tight, just perfection.
You said perfection?
Perfection.
No, shun. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Perfection. So anyway, that's what we're smoking. I'm drinking the Old Tub. I'll tell you what, for 20, I think we actually got a bottle a few weeks ago from Big D, and it's Old Tub bottle and bond.
Yes, sir.
$18.
$18.
Dude, if you can find this, I promise you, this is a $30 to $40 bourbon.
You will not be disappointed.
And, you know, a gift was from from Emmanuel. I got that Eagle Rare.
Yes.
And I haven't drank it, and now I realize why.
Why?
Because when I'm off on Christmas...
Oh, it's going to disappear?
It will. And
it's going to disappear.
Yeah, I mean, because, you know, it's just, I mean, we can't get it around here. No, I mean, unless you got connections, and that's not me. I mean, I have zero connections in the liquor industry. You know what I'm saying? I mean, cigar industry, I got connections, but bourbon,
I hear you.
I wish I had connections.
Dude, you may not want those connections. Did you watch The Heist? You don't want those connections.
Dude, let me tell you something. On Discord, Emmanuel posted a photo in his van. You know, he delivers liquor of Pappy Van Winkle.
Don't come anywhere near Texas.
We'll be riding up on horseback. Get him with a bandana,
throwing lassos at the tire.
We will bring you down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Stop you.
Yeah.
Stop you.
I mean, dude. I mean, I've never even seen a bottle.
Me neither. Not in real
person.
life.
Yeah. I mean, I've never come, and he's fucking taking.
There it is. There it is. It's gone.
All right. I pledge I'll try not to say a number 2. That's just, dude, that just rolled. Poo. That rolled right off of the tongue. You know perfectly. What I mean? Anyway, I've never seen it in person, and he's taking pictures at a gas station with it.
Full of it.
It's like, dude.
Nothing wrong with it.
I mean, we
That's his
can't even
job.
get Eagle Rare around here.
And
So
he riding around with Pappy.
yeah.
Nothing wrong
Hey,
with
so anyway, we're going to jump into your top 25 here in just a second, but let's talk about a couple of our sponsors.
Why not?
We have very, very wonderful sponsors. And, you know, it's funny because just today, and I mean, I know you guys know this that listen all the time, but for those of you that don't, I had a conversation with the guy that came in the leaf, and he's like, hey, man, there's some people like reaching out to you to be a sponsor. And I was like, yeah, but we don't really look at those. I mean, if we don't know the company or we don't love the company, then that's not what we do. Because
bandwagoners, no.
We look for the people who we think are all-stars from the bottom to the top, from the product to the service.
Quality.
The construction.
Yes.
I mean, we look at all those things, and then when we find those gems, we reach out to those companies and say, hey, man, we love your product. We want to talk about it because it's a home run. Yeah. We love it.
Yes, sir.
And that's how we pick our sponsors. And, you know, a couple of them have said, yeah, well, who the hell are you?
Who are you? Never heard of you. Cigar Talk? What? Sounds like it's waste.
Hey, okay. You mean Cigar Whisper?
Yeah. Whisperers.
So, no, but we've reached out to a couple of companies in the career of Cigar Talk, and we've been very blessed because we've had top-notch sponsors after we were done with Alpha Dog. So, I have to preface that.
That was your number 2.
Boom.
Bringing that up.
Oh, that was rough. But anyway, we learned a lesson. We learned a lesson. I learned a lesson. I can't keep giving Bryant crap.
Because, bruh, 8 boxes.
So anyway, that takes me to Tabanero.
Oh, most definitely.
I promise you, if you have not looked at the show notes and clicked on the link for Tabanero, you need to do it because, I mean, I'm talking cigars that I put a price tag of $25 to $30 on that I'm paying $10 and $11 for.
Yes.
And when you're cranking out that kind of quality, dude, and nobody knows about you, I mean, you want to show up to a cigar smoking party, bring 3 or 4 of those, and people will like freak out that, whoa, who is this?
Where'd you get it?
Tabanero. I'm telling you right now.
How much?
That people who haven't smoked them just don't know.
They don't. And those that have smoked them, we know.
And we keep smoking them.
Yes, sir.
So look at the show notes, click on the link, go over there, and they've got a lot of cigars that I haven't even smoked yet. I'm going to work through the line, but what I have smoked, I've just gone overboard for. So look for the Connecticut, the Habano, the Maduro, and the Mike. I love the mic. Did you smoke yours yet?
Yes.
What'd you think about that?
I loved it. I smoked it on the last show, remember?
No, I don't.
It was actually...
I think it was
he said, no, he don't.
I think it was the after show, but I could be mistaken.
Oh, man, you something else, dude.
So anyway, check on the link of Tabanero and they'll knock your socks off. And then number 2, I want to talk about Case Elegance because they just came out with a new military Foot Locker humidor that everybody fell in love with on that green. That flat army green was badass. But now they came out with a limited edition. Listen to this.
I know.
A limited edition matte black with black lettering on the sides, and then they've got polished gunmetal for all the hinges and the hardware. Dude, I mean, that thing, and you know, if you use our code, which is Cigar Talk for 10% off, Cigar Talk coin for a medallion,
you're blessed.
You're blessed. Or you can use just Cigar Talk something else. I'll have to put that in the show notes.
Gotta remember that one.
I don't remember that one, but you can get free monogramming. So and I'm telling you right now, dude.
I love my green one,
dude.
So
have you seen the black one?
Yes, I just.
It's out of sight.
To have both of them together would be the blessing. Would be the blessing.
Yes.
It would be the blessing.
You know what they should do?
What?
Case Elegance, if you're listening, they should make those Army locker humidors be able to stack on top of each other.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Like a little groove or something on the top and a little indention on the bottom.
That is wild.
Now, that's just me talking out loud. Now, I will tell you this, too. Case Elegance has just ordered some new challenge coins.
Okay.
It has our logo on the front.
Mm-hmm.
Theirs on the back.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
All matte black.
I got to get one.
Dude.
How do you get one?
Well, you're going to use Cigar Talk
Yes.
Coin
Tell them again.
on the code, Cigar Talk Coin.
And you're blessed.
And you're going to get the badass new
set that with the black
challenge coin.
Black mat
Yeah.
door.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Oh. Anyway, so look down the show notes, but now it's time for Bryant Falconer's Top 25
And
of
it's not going in
2020.
any order.
You're not going in an order?
Now, it's not going to be a number one. That's like dun 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 dun.
Oh, see, my number one is the dun 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 dun.
And you know, you have to steal.
Just like Skinny Red.
I'm gonna leave that for the after show.
Okay.
So we're starting off with the Rocky Patel Dark Dominican.
I don't think I've ever smoked that one.
Man, I have.
Is
I
that
put it
the
on
leaf?
Instagram too. No, I didn't get it from the leaf.
Oh, do they have it at the leaf?
I don't know. I didn't get it from the leaf, and if he does have it, I'm going to buy some because this is a bad stick, man. It's one of them that make you. It's not in the top echelon of my sticks, but it's right there, and it's like one of those that every
If
once
it's
in a while,
not on the top echelon, how is it in your top 25?
because there's only 3 in my top echelon.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, you have a very tough
It's just
entry
me.
level
It's just me.
requirement.
It's just me.
I thought I was strict.
No, it's
You're
just
like,
me.
there's only 3 on my list that make it into that category.
And you're going to be like, oh, there he goes again. Nah, bro. They're there. Number 2, Perdomo ESV.
Maduro or Sungrown?
Maduro.
Okay, good. You know what? That is to me, that's a meaty stick. It's got so much
It's
deep
a man's
flavor.
stick.
It really is.
Yes.
I mean, it's definitely medium to medium full. It's not all the way full. And
But
then
you get that full quality.
yeah, you get like a 3/4 length strength on the nicotine.
Mm-hmm.
And
You
you
feel
get
it.
like, and then you get like 90% of the flavor. And it's like,
Wait a
damn, that's
minute.
put together good.
Wow. How did they do it?
Yeah, that's a great stick.
Yes, sir.
And you know what? I'm going to tell you right now, that's not on my list. That's a nice addition.
Now, the next 2 are Roma Crafts.
Okay.
And they are the same stick, but different vitolas. And you know what they are. The Roma Craft Baca,
That's also not on my list.
Bantu, and the Jingi.
I haven't, I think I have smoked one of those.
The Bantu, because I gave you one.
Okay. And I've smoked the Baca. And you know what? Those are great sticks.
Man.
They really are.
Roma Craft came back with those, to me. Because remember, we had walked off for a little bit because of certain things. But when when they brought them out.
Well, not certain things. Let's be fair to the crowd. They were having some construction issues.
Yeah.
And if you're going to have construction issues, you lose
with us.
your fan club.
Yes.
Or at least if I'm part of that, you lose part of me, And it's like, I mean, dude.
We had Roma Craft Thursdays.
We had Roma Craft Thursdays.
Yeah.
And on Roma Craft Thursdays, there was lots of days where I was smoking 5 Roma Crafts. And I mean, dude, I was on fire.
Ooh.
And then whenever I started having draw issues, I was like,
that's
you know what? I'm just not gonna throw $10 bills away.
But they came back with those. To me, they came back with those. And I'm like, I've been running with them ever since.
Well, you know, when they did the Whiskey Rebellion, for me, that's when I saw the quality come back. You know what I mean? And I mean, dude, everybody has some issues.
Oh, yes.
But
This
your
is
quality
man-made.
control has to keep as many of those sticks from getting out to the public as possible.
Yes.
And so if you give me a tight draw, I'm probably not going to keep smoking your cigar. Just me.
He's going to leave it.
That's right.
Next, the Monte Cristo Espada Oscuro.
Good stick. Good stick. You know, that is actually the Monte Cristo that made me kind of quit ragging on him.
They can see your face. They can see your face because you had a face like,
I mean,
kinda.
well, I mean, you know,
forced it
I
out.
still rag on them because I think that they're overpriced for a lot of their sticks.
Yeah.
I mean, really, I think 90% of them are overpriced. But I think like that stick is worth the $14 to $16
that you pay for.
And you gotta, to me, if you're gonna make a cigar $14, $16, it better be damn good.
It's gotta be worth it.
So good stick. Now, do you get the like the 6.5 or like by 48, 50
with a long label on it?
Yeah. That's
you got to peel off in 3 sections.
That was a tasty cigar. That's also not on my list, but you know what? I could easily find its way in.
Gotcha.
But I've already made it.
Next, the Dunbar Sin Compromiso.
Oh, good one.
How can you go wrong with that one?
That almost made my list.
Almost made it.
But, well, I say that because I'm pretty sure that was on my last top 25. Okay. So I was trying not to repeat, even though I'm sure I'm going to repeat some.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Next, the La Aura 115.
Which one is that? Is that the Corojo?
No.
Okay. All right. Because I'm going to tell you right now, that would have pissed me off. You know what I'm saying?
Why?
Because that would have been, I'm not going to say.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll leave that alone with him, though.
You know what my doctor says? Yes. Down the hatch.
Next two are going to be McAuliffe's. And the first one everybody knows. I love it. I'm going to smoke it every day.
Let me guess. The Sumatra.
100. You got it.
I know that's one of your favorites.
The next was the Leyenda.
Nice. Now, do you prefer the number 1 or the number 2?
It depends on the situation. Because certain moods, that number 1 is just perfect.
Okay. I agree 100% with what you're saying, and I understand that.
Yeah.
Because it is all about, before you light one of those up, first of all, the number 1 thing you got to ask yourself before picking which one of those you're going to smoke is, how much time do I have?
Yes.
Because if you're going to smoke the Leyenda 1, hey, you ain't going anywhere for a while.
Sit down, because you're going to be there.
you know the Snickers commercials ain't going anywhere.
No. But that number 1, like you said, it's one that you're going to sit down. And it's an enjoyment the entire trip through.
Yeah. And well, I agree that with the number 2 as well. It's just a lot shorter, and it doesn't quite have the change up on the profiles as much, but it is. I mean, shoot, I think it's like 2 inches shorter.
Yeah, it is, but it's still a great stick.
But I usually go with that one.
You do?
Well, because I got shit to do.
Quick smoke. Even if it was the number 1, he was smoking fast. Next on my list is another one that everybody knows I smoke a lot of.
I'm going to say, do you want me to guess? Club 500.
Ding, ding, ding again. Ding, ding, ding again. Everybody knows what I feel about that Club 500. It's a stick. It's an everyday stick for me. That and the Sumatra, I can smoke every day.
That is, I mean, that Club 500, I couldn't smoke every day.
I can.
I love it.
Dude, I can sit back every day and have one of them.
It's too much stick.
Not for
Brian's like, I can take it.
Nope. Next, the 601 Maduro.
Okay. You know, that's not on my list, but that's a damn good cigar. I mean, and I love that because, you know what? I don't know a lot about all their cigars because, you know, it's not one of my go-to brands. But I will tell you this, every time I've smoked one, it's been solid on the construction, no issues. None. And their cigars tend to be on the stronger side. It's probably one of the reasons I don't, dance. I don't do that a lot.
Yeah, not anymore.
Right. So I think that they're a great company and they make great products. So.
Yes, sir. Next one we got on together.
Okay.
Aladino Corojo Reserve.
Yeah. But all right. Yeah. That's a great stick. But that still would not make my list.
I hear you. That's your list.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great stick. If you want a Cameroon, that Cameroon is good as they come. It really is.
As they come, man. The next two are new ones that Jay hooked me up with.
Okay.
And the first one, you're going to be like, okay, here we go. But it's the Monte Cristo Epic 12 Blue Toro 5x2x6. You haven't had it. I'm letting you know you haven't had it.
I haven't had it. How would you compare that
medium
to the Oscuro Maduro?
To me, it's the medium. It's what the Oscuro would be if it was a straight medium.
What's that? I'm just kidding you. I got you.
Here we go. This stick was dynamite from.
What's the name of it?
The Monte Cristo Epic 12 Blue Toro.
That's a long name.
Yeah, but it's worth it.
If I was in charge of the marketing,
here we go.
You know what? I would leave off the Monte Cristo part. You automatically get people to pay attention if you take off that Monte Cristo.
We're going to leave that alone. We're going to let him stay on his soapbox. The next was a Joya de Nicaragua Dos, which is spelled DO2.
Oh, DO2?
Yeah. Cientro's Grand Toro, and it's a 6x54.
Wow, that's a big stick.
It was a big, good stick. I was sitting back there.
You've been on a roll.
I took that sucker down to Killeen with me for Thanksgiving. Man, after I ate that meal, I went out on the back porch and lit that. Oh, bruh. And it was cold down there, too.
Oh,
they had to come grab me off the porch. I was like, you come in here. Nah, man. I didn't feel any of the elements because I was just riding that ride with that stick, man.
And I know this for a fact that when you did go back in, when you walked in the house, it felt like an oven.
Seeing
right, because you're out there just soaking in the cold, and you walk in and they got the heat
going. The stove, the oven is still hot.
Yeah,
I'm like, nah, man, this is too much.
And that's when I go right back outside. I've been there, done that, and it's like I'm not trying to be rude to you people,
however,
but it feels like hell in there.
However,
yeah.
The next was the Tabanero mic.
Oh, good choice.
Dude, you gave me that.
Good choice. Dude, that was a surprise stick. When I was looking on their website and I saw that one, I was just like, gotta try that one. Because it's almost like a flying pig.
It is, but it's a little bit bigger, but it's
not a double perfecto, but it's a torpedo.
Everything.
Right.
You get everything in
You know what? It's even better than a flying pig because you don't have to worry about not lighting it correctly all the way around.
Because it lit perfect draw. That trip from the first to the third, it was like going through these flavors and these profiles. And you're like, man, what is this? I'm like, dude, this is a bad little stick, man. Then when it was done, I was like, I want another one, but you didn't give me another one.
So how long did that stick last?
45 minutes.
Yeah, it's not a 20-minute smoke.
Nope.
I think it's
you look at it, you be like, oh man, this is gonna be quick. No,
yeah,
bro.
because it's a 3.75 inch, and I want to say by 60, but it's a torpedo, so it's not like you're chomping on the end of a big.
No, you're not.
Yeah,
it's a perfect little stick. Well, you can't even call it little.
Right.
You can't.
No.
But I was thankful for that one. I really was.
And I'll tell you, I don't do a lot of torpedoes because most of the cigars I smoke are between a 40 and 52 ring gauge. So, it's ridiculous to do a torpedo in that ring gauge. But if you have a 56 to a 60, I'm only going to smoke it if you have it in a torpedo. Range, right. Well, because it's not like you're puffing on a 60. So, all right, what you got next, bro?
Next was the Definition Cigars Cameroon.
That's the green band.
And the green ribbon. Because, they have ribbons on theirs.
Oh, yeah. But that's on the foot.
Yeah.
on the top, it's the.
No, they only have.
No, then that's
definition.
that's not a ribbon. It's crochet. Yeah, it's like a garter
He said
belt.
garter belt.
It is a garter belt. That's what they said originally.
They did?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
All right, I might be making that shit up.
You might be. Free drinks.
Definition cigar. Did y'all make that as a garter or did you just make it as a lace?
Lace. But man, you know I am about those Cameroons. Even you like the Cameroon. He's going there. We can't control him right now.
Hey, do you know that song?
Yes.
Who
Everybody
sings
knows.
it?
I don't know who sings it. I just know Chantilly Lace.
No, that's Jerry Lee Lewis,
Jerry
baby.
Lewis? Oh.
Jerry Lee.
From your time.
Jerry Lee Lewis. Dude, no, from my time. Dude was in the 50s.
You listen to
Dude,
that
he was
music.
rock and roll back in the 50s, jamming on a piano, opening up for Elvis Presley.
Oh, God, I'm glad I came back from there. Next.
Wow, we're not even going to touch that. Okay.
The Rocky Patel Aged Limited Rare.
Now, we do have that one.
Yes.
You know what? I haven't smoked it. And here's the thing. I asked the tobacconist at the shop that day. I was like, hey, man, I've been hearing people smoke these. What do you think? And he was like, yeah, they're pretty good. And I said, yeah, pretty good. Doesn't make me want to smoke it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like when you were in junior high and your buddy was like, hey, I met these two girls. One of them wants to meet you. And you're like, what's she look like? She's pretty good. See, that's a hard no for me. So immediately when Scott said that, I said, would I prefer that or the Tabanero? And he was like, oh, well, shit. Yeah, you'd like the Tabanero better. And I was like, well, then I'm not going to smoke it.
He knows you.
Right.
Next on my list is what you're smoking tonight.
Oh, 1926
Yes.
Maduro.
That was my first cigar at my new house. I saved that cigar for 2 months to
Did you
smoke
really?
at my new house. Yes.
Good for you, bro.
Man, I popped that sucker open, lit it, sitting on the back porch. I was like, yes, this is what I'm talking about, man. This is where I want to be. This is me. And that stick just took me there. I was like, thank you. Thank you.
And you know what? I'm just going to, this may be total bullshit. but you know what I love about these 1926s?
What's that?
So many things.
Yeah.
But it burns so slow.
It does. It does.
If as long as you don't hot rod this is a little
hot box. He said hot rod.
same difference. Yeah, if you don't just go to town.
You're there. You're there. Just leave it alone. You're there.
All right.
Next on my list.
It's like I've got a little Rob on one shoulder and a little Bryant on the other.
The Rob is not little. He's big and has a big. Say it.
No. The little Bryant has a stick. Big Rob has a pistol.
Say it. Next, Fine and Rare 2019. Nothing can be said about that. Nothing. Bad.
Well,
nothing bad.
You can't even find a mediocre thing to say about that.
No.
Everything is above target. You know what I mean? Everything about it is above target. So, and I think that, I'm not a huge Alec Bradley fan.
We know.
But there's a few sticks that they make that I think are absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
A lot of their sticks, I think they're whole drum, whatever.
Okay.
But that is a phenomenal stick. Phenomenal.
He said
2015.
15,
Yeah.
17, 19.
Well, I was going to say, are you adding those to your list?
I smoked all of them.
I did too.
More than once.
Yeah, I did
More
not.
than twice.
I smoked the 19 3 times, and then I smoked the whole pack once. Because I fucking...
There it is. It's over.
It's over. Ding, 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 ding. Bam. So anyway, sorry about that, guys. So yeah, the 2019. Whew. Anyway, I'm gonna let you continue.
Next is the Jaime Garcia Reserva Especial.
I have not had that stick. I am a big fan of his cigars.
You got to.
Yeah, the
You
Garcia line.
You have to.
If you haven't smoked them, you owe it to yourself because they also take it above and beyond. I mean, these are not. Let me tell you something. You can walk in the humidor and you can walk by a lot of damn good sticks and not even know it.
And not know because you never tried them.
Right.
And when somebody, see, this is my thing with.
Like the Garcia line, they're not my go-tos, but when I do think about them, it's like taking it up a level than what I normally smoke.
You're not just denying yourself. You're denying your friends. Because once you smoke this, you'll let everybody know this is a bad stick. It's something everybody needs to try.
And, you know, it's like when you're walking through, you're seeing a, like, maggot.
He said a maggot.
But, well, I mean, that's an exaggeration. It's really like an inchworm, okay? But when you smoke it, it turns into a beautiful butterfly.
Next, the Rocky Patel 60th.
60th?
Yeah, you haven't tried it.
No.
You haven't tried it. It's a good stick, man. It's amazing because I wasn't a Rocky man.
It hurts me to pay money for a Rocky Patel cigar.
Stay there. You stay there means more for me.
No, I mean, there are a few that I'm happy to pay for. The ALR, I've bought that one on occasion, but, you know, it's just hard to find. I would probably buy more, and that's an expensive Rocky, but it's a solid cigar.
Yes, sir.
I've been gifted a couple of those, and they were just, that's what, you know, tipped me off, because I wouldn't normally smoke Rocky.
Got you. And I'm down to my last four now.
Okay.
And it starts with the Padron 45th. I was in my pack that I bought with the Fine and Rare and a few others that were in there.
Oh, the Padron.
Yeah.
My brain heard Perdomo, and I was like, they don't have. I'm sitting here going, they don't have a 45th
Where
anniversary.
did you get that from? Where?
The old tub, that's what he said.
You get out the tub.
Old tub said, hey.
that was Rob on the shoulder. He said Perdomo. No, I didn't.
Yeah. So, no. The 45th, dude, that is an upper echelon stick. And you know what? I mean, they're really not that expensive.
No, they're not.
I mean, do you remember what that would cost?
No, because it was given to me.
Oh, well, then that price is preferred.
Say perfecto.
Hey, you want to know my budget? You nailed it.
Free. Next.
Yeah, great stick. Great stick.
Davidoff Oscurio.
Now, is that the one we had here?
Yes.
That is, you don't have the whole title.
No.
That is the Oscuro Gran Perfecto by Davidoff. And that stick should have made my top 25. I forgot it. But I'm going to tell you, that stick is lights out. And whatever we paid for it, you paid nothing. Yeah. Whatever I paid for it, it was worth every dime.
The look, the wrapper,
I thought you were going to say the look on my face when I was smoking it.
You look like
I look like Stevie. I look like Stevie Wonder.
We're not going there, man. Leave it alone. And the next one is one that is in our blue collar section. The Crux Bull and Bear.
Nice. I thought it was the Bear and Bull.
No, it says Bull and Bear.
Okay. I haven't seen one in a while, but yeah. You know what? That's a good stick. I'm not happy. I'm not happy that you saved that to the end because you make it look like it's like at the top.
No, that's why I told everybody.
I know, but the third from the top, you talk about a 45th anniversary Padron, so I think you're really going to go big.
No, in my last stick.
All right, whoa. Drum roll.
It's no drum roll to it.
It better be fucking. Good.
3. That's 3.
Sorry.
He's done.
It better be good.
No, it's my favorite because it made me like something that I didn't like in my life. I've never liked black licorice. Never. And the taste of black licorice in this stick, I was like, I like that. I like it. You wouldn't like it because it's a Lancero.
Oh.
And I'm talking about the Definition Cigars walking stick.
Yeah.
You didn't like it first from the look. Oh, that's a Lancero. I'm not going
right.
there.
And you know what? I know at least of the hardcore cigar smokers that I know, 20 to 25% of them think that Lanceros are the shit. I do not.
You know.
And
could you tell us?
Yeah.
All the time.
It's just not my thing.
I understand.
You know what? We all like what we like, and that's the great thing about cigars. They have something for everyone.
Everybody. And that thing, like I said, that stick made me like something that I never liked in my entire life. I love the way it tasted in that first third, then it came back in the last third.
If it has a licorice core to it?
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Oh, well, then why did you bring up licorice?
Because you taste it, and then when I started smoking, I was like, "What does that taste?" I was like, "Man, it tastes good." I was like, "That's black licorice," and I was like, "Wait, I'm liking black licorice," and I'm like, "I can't believe my grandmother used to."
So it does have a licorice.
Yeah, but it's not the core because you take a whole different ride.
Okay,
with
so
stick.
you do get a good hit of it, though.
Oh yeah. The first and the last
I
part
would
of the
love
third.
that in a Robusto or a Corona Extra.
But they made it in the Lancero.
I dig anything that's licorice.
Oh, you do?
Oh, dude. Black licorice? Count me in.
I couldn't stand it.
Dude, back in the day, me and Jaeger, we were like best friends. In fact, you know those little bottles you get at the register?
Uh-huh.
It was a flat, and it was almost just like having a flask. And I would just carry that bottle in my back pocket.
Wow. No, we used to do peppermint snaps that way.
Oh, that's disgusting.
No,
that's disgusting.
You didn't get caught.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, man, all y'all breath smell good. Yeah. We drunk as hell too.
We used to do the cherry flavored vodka.
Nah.
And it was like, if anybody said, "What are you drinking?" It was like, Ludens.
Oh. We're drinking cough medicine.
Ludens.
Nah, bro.
Did you have Ludens when you were a kid?
Yeah.
The little cherry candies?
Dude, I ain't nothing but a couple of years older than you.
Well, you know, I thought maybe back in your day they just had pure cocaine.
2 years. You thinking about Larry when Coca-Cola was
like, yeah, dude, back in the day. Do you know how many people were like taking speed? Like it was sold as a health product
because it has health.
Stay up all day.
Tomorrow and Wednesday.
I mean, and they had like cartoon commercials of the speed.
And they had cartoon commercials for the cigarettes. What was the Camel guy?
Dude,
Joe Camel.
Dude. Fred Flintstone did Winston.
Winston's, yep. Come on, man. It's just today they throw you off television. Not just off television.
You know what? If I can find one,
oh Lord,
at the end of the show,
you're gonna pull up the commercial.
I'm gonna pull up a cartoon cigarette commercial and play it at the end of the YouTube channel.
Yeah. But that's my 25. In no particular order, those are the 25 that I love this year.
You know what? That's a damn good list.
Thank you, sir. To get that from you,
that's a damn good list.
To get that from you, yeah.
You know what?
People like, what?
I'm going to tell you right now. You actually surprised me.
Okay.
You pulled out some definite top 10s.
He said it wasn't that many Monte Cristos.
Like I said, top 10s.
All right, bro. That was me.
All right, man. Well, good list. And it's a Christmas. It's a Merry Christmas time. And coming up next, we've got Santa Claus, who happened to be hanging out in Boston.
I like the way you say that. Boston.
And the funny thing is, he even had a Boston accent. And I was like, what's up with the Boston accent? And he was like, I try to fit in wherever I'm at the time.
Wow. Okay.
So when he comes down here, he'll be like, you yonder folks.
I want to hear what he talks like in East St. Louis.
Hey, mother. So, hey, we got Santa Claus coming up next. We'll have a short break, and then we'll come back with my top 25. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's nothing to sneeze about. Anyway, we'll be right back after a quick break. Ho, ho, ho. We've got the man himself for Cigar Talk. We want to say thank you to Santa Claus for coming on the show for the Christmas season. I know you're busy, but thanks for coming by, brother.
Oh, no problem, Rob. Glad to be on here with you tonight.
So, and the funny thing is, I never knew that Santa had like that Boston accent. I didn't realize that.
Well, it depends on what part of the country you're in.
Ah, so right now you're hanging out up that area, so that's what you sound like.
I gotta try to fit in wherever I'm in.
Gotcha. Hey man, so you're getting ready for the season. Like, what's the top, 2 or 3 things that you're seeing ask for this year?
Oh, that's a tough one. There's a lot. Unfortunately, it is stuff that even I can't put together.
Well, that sucks. You're missing those computer chips from China, aren't you?
I am missing a lot of those computer chips from China.
So you need to start making those at the South Pole. Forget about Christmas. You could be lush in cash.
But you know what the problem is?
No.
The chips are just as big as the elves are. Doesn't make it very easy for them to put them together.
Well, maybe you could take like 4 or 5 elves and shove them together, and then you'd have a bigger elf. Yeah,
I could try to.
So what about cigars? Are you delivering any cigars this year?
Well, I haven't talked to a whole lot of adults yet. But none of the kids are asking me for them. Not that I would bring them to them anyways, but
yeah, we don't want to break the law. We don't want to encourage smoking to underage. Yeah, cigars are for grown men and women.
Yes.
So, do you enjoy any cigars from time to time, Santa?
I do, and I do enjoy a pipe every now and then as well.
I've seen pictures of you smoking the pipe, but I've never seen one of you smoking a cigar.
Well, I try not to smoke cigars as Santa. Because it doesn't look good.
I thought it might like drop down in ashes and in your beard.
Go.
Yeah, exactly. So let me ask you this. How's all the reindeers this year?
They're good. They're good. They're relaxing. They're getting ready for the big night.
I heard Vixen might have like some COVID. Is that been a concern with the reindeer?
Well, with COVID, it's really hard to test the animals. We don't know if they get them. But we got everything pretty well contained that we feel like it's just a bug.
Cool.
A bug with Vixen. So
sweet. So, hey, which one of the reindeer that you have on the sled event is the oldest? Which reindeer is the oldest?
Well, because no kids listen to this show,
right?
I can tell you. They're all really close to the same age. Now, with the reindeer,
except Rudolph.
Yes.
Rudolph's younger, right? So. See, I figured Rudolph was like at least 30 years younger than all the rest.
No. So, with the reindeer, we have our 8 core reindeer.
Right. Can you remember their names right off the top of your head, or do you have to think about it?
We have Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donder, and Blitzen.
You left off Randolph.
There is no Randolph.
Oh, down in Texas, we always talk about Randolph the bow-legged reindeer.
I was going to say, does he live in a trailer park?
Yes, that's the one. That's the one. So, have you been doing this season? I mean, have you been seeing a lot of kids? Have you started doing that?
I have seen quite a few kids. It's been tough for a lot of kids because they're still not used to the face-to-face interaction after last year.
No kidding. So they're still like
Yes.
in like hibernation mode.
Yes, there's some kids who are still skeptical because their parents are like, don't get that close, you might get COVID.
So they're not sitting in your lap, huh? They're like 5 feet away.
There's a few of them that come up to me regardless of what their parents are telling them.
Nice. So what do you do about the kids that just start screaming bloody murder when they see you come in the room?
Well, that is one of the things that I try to avoid.
I was going to say, I would imagine that you call them over and spank their ass.
No, I do not do that.
Oh, okay. Good.
So when I see the children, if I notice any sort of hesitation with them, I tell their guardian right away, do not make them do anything they do not want to do.
Very nice. Very nice.
I'm going to tell you a quick story.
All right, lay it on us, Santa.
About 5 years ago, I was working at the school doing a mystery shopper event. And this little girl, she had to have been maybe 3 or 4 years old. And her dad was walking her around. And he's like, hey, let's go get a picture with Santa for Mom, because she's busy right now. And she stopped dead in her tracks, and she's like,
No
nope.
go.
And the dad's like, oh, come on, it's okay. Girl's like, no, not doing it. You could just see the look of sheer terror in her face.
And did the parents be cool, or did they try?
No, they tried. He tried real hard. And I told him, I'm like, sir, don't make her do anything she doesn't want to do.
Right.
I asked her if she wanted some candy canes. She took a couple candy canes and they went on their way.
Nice. Well, I don't know if you know this, Santa, or if you remember, but when I was like, say, 19 to about 22, I was a photographer, and I actually had parents that would bring their kids in there, and their kids flip out because they don't know me. Yeah. They don't know what we're doing. And I had this one lady who's like, if you don't straighten up, this man's going to beat your ass. And I was like, whoa, I charge way extra for that. I'm not doing that without a lot of cash. Yeah. But no, it was funny because that's how parents are. They like use you to threaten their kids, and it's like, nah, that ain't happening.
Yes. So with this little girl, we spent about 2 hours with her. They would make their rounds. They would come back. She would get a little bit closer, bribe her with candy canes. Come back around a little while later. She'd get a little bit closer, give her a few more candy canes. And it was about 20 minutes before I left for the day. She comes back up and she gets about a foot away from me, and her and I are talking. And I ask her, I'm like, would you like to get a picture with Santa for Mom? She looks at her dad. She looks at me, looks at her dad, looks at me. I'm like, if you get a picture, I'll give you 3 candy canes. She looks at her dad again and looks at me. And I'm like, would you like your dad in the picture? She shook her head yes. And I'm like, if dad hops in the picture, I'll give him a candy cane too. And he's like, okay. So I worked with this girl for about 2 hours to get her comfortable enough.
Holy moly, patient Santa.
The dad comes up to me after the event is over, and he has said, hey, I just wanted to say thank you for being so patient. She had a very bad encounter with the Santa Claus at the Bass Pro yesterday.
Wow.
So she was petrified.
And that was probably some shaking a
Joe
bell.
Schmo.
Yeah, give me $1, that type of Santa. Like that movie, The Bad Santa.
Yes, with Billy Bob Thornton.
Right, drinking on the job. So yes. I don't know if you know this, but we're actually doing a show tonight, and this is our yearly Top 25 Cigars of the Year show. So it'll be out before Christmas gets here. So if you want to watch that show and get that list down, you'll see everything that I would like in my stocking this year, Santa.
Oh, sounds good.
I've been a very, very good boy this year.
Oh, have you, Rob?
I really have.
I am a listener of the show.
So you know I've been very good.
Yeah, we'll say you've been very good.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I haven't been perfect, but compared to, years past, I've been a very good boy this year.
Yes. And your granddad hasn't always been a good boy either.
No, but, he liked to have fun. Good old granddad, God rest his soul. So what else you got going on after Christmas, man? You taking any vacations? You going to get out somewhere where it's nice and warm? What's your plan after Christmas?
Yes, we tend to go travel south. It depends on what the missus would like.
Now, is that like a Florida south or is that a Texas south?
It is where the missus would like to go.
I got you. She probably wants to go somewhere like Jamaica.
She wants to go somewhere warm.
Nice. Well, I'm a fan of Aruba. And what's that other one? There's one more down there. It's like around Belize, but I can't remember the name of it. Anyway.
The missus really likes Hawaii.
Oh, see, I've never been down there, and I can't go down there because that's just too long of a flight for me. And I'm like halfway there compared to where you are. Now, do you guys fly, or do y'all like use the reindeers for personal business?
The reindeers only get used once a year.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a company thing, so you're not supposed to be using that for personal.
It is very tiring. Would you like to hear a fun fact, Rob?
Absolutely.
So, do you realize how many houses I have to hit every second in order to make Christmas possible in 32 hours?
Every house, or how many houses in 1 second?
In 1 second.
I'm going to say 18.
Oh, not even close, Rob.
1,800.
Keep going.
36,000.
Not quite. I have to hit an average of 7,200 houses.
A second?
A second.
Wow.
A second.
Well, I used to not even believe in Santa, but 1 year after Christmas, I thought my parents just gave me the gifts, But 1 year, I was up on the roof the day after, and sure enough, there was rainbow shit. There was reindeer shit on the roof.
Well, they got to go somewhere.
Yeah. I figured you had like one of those bags strapped up under their tail, but I guess you don't do that.
It enriches the soil when it melts off the roof.
Very good.
You're in Texas, so you don't generally get snow.
Yeah, we don't get a lot of snow. I have had like maybe 3 white Christmases in my entire 52 years on the earth.
Very nice.
Yeah. So, well, hey, man, thanks for taking the time to come on the show. We look forward to seeing you do your thing come December the 24th and 25th.
Rob, thank you very much for having me. It was a pleasure.
Oh, man. And we can't wait to smoke a cigar with you maybe after Christmas.
Well, I will try.
All right, brother.
I will try my hardest.
Well, thank you, Santa, and thank you for all you do for the kids, man.
You're welcome. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas to you, Santa. We'll talk to you soon. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed hearing from Santa Claus. We appreciate him dropping by. I know this is a busy season for him, and let's give it up for the Big Adam. Big Adam, thank you very much, man. So I don't know if you know this, but Big Adam actually does the Santa bit for kids around Boston. Like parents hire him to come over and do the whole shebang.
That's cool, man.
That is very cool. And the cool thing is that he's good at it. You know what I mean?
He handles it well.
He does. And I mean, dude, I think that's a special gift that you're given.
It has to be.
I mean, how old were you when you were like, yeah, this Santa thing hoax is up?
6 years old.
See, I think that's about how old I was.
Saw the presents in the basement.
So I was in kindergarten, so it might have been 5. And my neighbor kid, who I was friends with, was in 3rd grade. So that made him like 8, 9. And one day I said something about Santa coming, and he was like, dude, there ain't no Santa. And I was like, whoa, what? And he was like, dude, I guarantee you we will go on a hunt in your house and find everything that you're going to get from Santa. And I was like, that's not true. And then we did.
You found
all of it.
Damn. Why?
Yeah. So that model railroad train I got, I was like, yeah, Santa didn't bring that.
I realized that we went Christmas shopping, and my mother was asking me about stuff. And that's when Muhammad Ali had the boxing ring. You remember that, Larry? It was a boxing ring with Muhammad Ali, and it was like it wasn't, like an action figure sized doll. And she's like, yeah, I'm supposed to get this for so and so. I woke up for Christmas. That shit was up under the tree. I was like, yeah, I remember when we got this. And then the next year I went in the basement. There was everything up under a damn blanket.
Right. Mine was in my parents' closet.
Oh, we found them in there too.
Yeah. And it was like, that was not even a challenge.
Yeah, because my mother taught school and my dad worked at the post office, so I was at home a lot by myself.
I was too, because my dad worked for the railroad and my mother worked at TI, Texas Instruments, back, and they had to wear like hazmat uniforms to go in and work on whatever it is that they were doing. But yeah, so I was at home alone a lot in kindergarten. And my best friend was in third grade. So, we were getting into some shit. We actually torched a neighborhood.
The pyro. You hear him there? Well, those statute of limitations.
Those big dumpsters?
Yes.
We would open both the lids, pour a little lighter fluid in there, and then like whoosh.
Oh my God, man.
The fire truck would show up.
No, I couldn't do that, man.
Oh, dude, we were just like,
I was scared.
There was, we didn't even think about jail.
I did.
I mean, dude,
everything I did, I think about, okay, would this line wind me up in jail? Yeah. Oh, not going to do it.
See, what we thought of is when we were lighting that fire, we could hear that song in the background being like, freedom!
No, bro. No freedom. No freedom. Man, I grew up in East St. Louis when the cops would whoop you behind.
Yeah.
They take their belt off and whoop you and then take you home.
Let me tell you something.
I couldn't.
When I was a kindergartner, this is no bullshit. I walked 1.2 miles to school, but the big part of it was I crossed a highway
to get to school.
To get from our street to across the road. It was a highway of cars doing 55.
Never did
and
that.
It was a 6-lane.
Never did that.
And later on, I was like, I can't believe that I walked 1 mile to school and crossed the highway. And my parents were like, yeah, it wasn't 1 mile. And so I went and drove it 1.2.
And see, that's the thing about it. I didn't have to walk to school in elementary because my mother taught there. So I got to ride every day. Junior high school, they take me to my cousin's house who stayed right down the street from the junior high school. But when I got to high school, my mom would kick me out. She walked to school. I'm like, what? 10 blocks. I was like,
why?
Because I'm older. You can walk down the street now.
Yeah, but if she's going by there.
She wasn't going by there.
Oh.
Because my dad would drop us off.
I was like, she's just like, I ain't going to be seen with your ass.
She dropped me off. They dropped me off because my dad would drive every day. They dropped me off. I'd walk. And then he'd pick everybody up when he got done at work. It was like.
So when I was in high school, I had the 72 Chevelle. And I guess really, the first semester and a half, I just didn't have a car because I wasn't 16. I didn't turn 16 till March my sophomore year.
Gotcha.
And so before that, I didn't remember, dude. Let me back up. Before I was a sophomore, the last day of my 9th grade year, the next day was a Saturday, and I went to the mall. And we all went to the mall back in the 80s. And there was this most beautiful girl that was like giving me the eyes back, and I was like blown away because she was like, way out of my class. And we didn't get to talk though, but it was going on. And I looked at my watch and I was like, oh, I'm late. My mom's waiting out front. So I know she's going to be pissed. Yeah. I hop into a Volkswagen bus, one of those old, like 4 cylinders with the grind in the gears. And my mother is like the most livid I've ever seen her.
Because you made her wait.
No.
What?
I think that's why. And I'm like, I'm so sorry I'm late, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, where did you go prom night?
She found out some news.
I was like,
what did
why?
You hear?
And she says, I talked to David's mom, and she said you didn't spend the night with him at his house.
Uh-oh.
And I was like,
snitches get stitches.
No, I was like, I stayed the night at Jimmy Jones's house because Dave said it wasn't going to work out for me to stay at his house. And she was like,
lies.
Take me to their house now.
Right now, so we can ask.
So I guide her to a street, and I just see a house with like no cars. And I'm like, that's it.
Nobody was home.
Right. And my mom's wise to that shit. Yeah. She's like, oh, yeah, you take me to the house with no cars. And I'm like, I don't know. That's where I was. And anyway, no, check this out. So I was told that I was grounded until I came clean.
And you never did.
6 weeks later, I'd been locked in my room and fed cheese
under the door.
Right. And after 6 weeks, I don't know what happened, but I was like, yeah, I'm done with this shit.
I got to tell.
And I was like, so what happened? And, my parents had a travel trailer parked out behind the house in the alleyway. And so I said, I didn't want you to know, but I went by my girlfriend's house, and then her mom was home, and I couldn't stay, and I came home, but I slept in the trailer.
Lies.
Complete 100% not the truth.
Lies.
Not the truth.
Lies. But they couldn't prove it.
But they couldn't prove it, and I was no longer grounded.
There was no
and my parents were like, why did you take so long to tell us? And I was like, took me that long to come up with that lie.
6 weeks. 6 weeks.
But dude, let me tell you what, that was brutal. So when I went back to school as a sophomore, that girl that I saw at the mall was in my English class. And we talked for like 3 months. And I finally got my driver's license. I got my Chevelle. I'm ready to take her out. I call her up and I'm like, hey, I'd like to take you out. And she's like, you waited too long.
Wow.
Boom. Drop the fucking mic.
Again, fourth.
Dude, let me tell you something. I thought I could like talk her in.
Nah.
And dude, it was like hot potato. Yeah. I'm done. I'm dating a senior now.
Not happening.
Yeah.
Dream on.
Boom.
Dream on.
I was devastated. I could not believe it. I was like, you don't know what you're missing here.
Yeah, a 72 Chevelle.
Right. Dude, that
car
72 Chevelle was the perfect parking car. It had a front bench seat.
And a back bench seat, too.
You didn't need the back seat.
Because he said the room up front was enough.
It was. He's like, watch your head. Dude, I love that
I'm
car.
done with you, man.
Steering wheel don't tilt.
Please. Now we come to
the sponsors.
Yes.
So, you tell us who we got left.
McAuliffe.
McAuliffe.
Leaf.
You know, we were talking about McAuliffe.
You tell
me. hey, you were paying attention.
The tub has got me.
A little more tub.
And then he's pouring more.
You know what? I'm off tomorrow.
He said, I'm going to enjoy this.
I'm off tomorrow. It's the Christmas episode. I wanted to jump in early with the Christmas.
Okay,
I want people to be in the holiday Christmas spirit early. You know what I mean? Because, dude, there's a lot of bullshit going on in America that, like, a lot of people are, like, maybe down about. And I'm like, you know what? It's just life.
Yeah.
It's just life. And you know what? This is the time to bless someone.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So we're blessing them.
Dude, that's what the holidays are all
I
about.
hear you, bro. Keep on blessing.
You could go out and buy me 100 gifts. I would open them all and I would say thank you. But that doesn't, like, touch me at all when it comes to when I can bless someone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
And, like, not even like you. Like,
not you, somebody else.
When you can bless someone that would never expect you to bless them. That's like,
when you ain't got no dog in that race. They have none.
Right.
So it's just a straight blessing. I understand.
I already have a person in mind that is local that I'm going to bless.
Hey, Larry, I give you 3 guesses who is not, and the first 2 don't count. We know who is not.
Well, that person would definitely never see that coming.
That is definitely true.
You know what I mean?
That would be a true
In
blessing.
fact, I could take blessing that person and turn it into a joke.
Oh my God.
I would, in fact, you know what? I am not only going to bless the person I had in mind, but I am going to screw over the person you're thinking of. As a fun joke. Merry Christmas, ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, it's the ho part that's the
Right.
problem.
Right. So anyway, let's talk about McAuliffe.
Yes, sir.
I was actually talking about them in the Leaf today with Bryant.
Okay.
And we were talking about the top cigars that you really don't ever have to worry about having a bad cigar.
Yeah, it's true.
And I would say that McAuliffe cigars are about as consistent and on target more than just about any other company.
I roll with you on that.
You know what I mean?
I roll with you on that.
I have yet to have a medallia that let me down.
Going over 2 years now, and I cannot think of one Sumatra that has let me down. I've had any issue with. Medallions neither, because you pop with those and give them out.
And the Connecticut's. I've never had a bad Connecticut. Now, I'm going to tell you, I've smoked the entire line.
Me too.
But there's like 3 or 4 McAuliffes that are my go-to sticks.
Yeah, we know.
And Medallia's number 1. Never let me down construction-wise. Never happened. And the other go-tos that I have, the Leyenda 2, never had an issue. The Connecticut never had an issue. And it's okay, I'll back up. It's not one of my go-tos, but it's like a celebration stick. The Reserva,
yes, sir,
has been buttercream every single smoke. And so, I mean, because, dude, when you get ready to fork over $42 for a stick, you don't want
no issues.
0.
None.
I mean,
none.
You want to sit back and completely relax and enjoy it for what it is.
You want that stick to be an extension of you. I don't want.
That's
I want to enjoy.
That's one of the rare sticks that I want to smoke in the Churchill. Right, because you don't know. I don't smoke a lot of Churchills, but when I smoke the Reserva, I want it in the Churchill because to me, that's the stick that is like, boom.
Yeah.
When I think of a stick that's worthy of even mentioning the name of Churchill, I think that's a stick he would have been like all day long, every day.
Picture after picture.
Yeah, exactly.
Here I am.
So anyway, if you haven't become an ambassador, look down the show notes. You can click on the link and you can go be an ambassador. They will welcome you into the McAuliffe family.
Yes.
You will get a ambassador challenge coin with your own number on it. And you will get a handwritten certificate. And then, did I say that wrong?
killed it.
How do you say
murdered
it?
it?
Certificate.
It's even worse. Just leave it alone.
Say it.
Certificate.
That's what I said.
No, you never said that.
That's what I meant.
Just say you get a piece of paper.
That's what I meant. Yeah, handwritten. Anyway, you can become a voice for them in their ambassador club on Facebook.
That's true.
Which on Facebook, I'm going to say they have the most active group of any cigar groups. Yeah. Like I'm a member of 1,000,002 cigar clubs.
But nobody reaches their level.
And McAuliffe group is on fire.
I'm upset though.
Why?
Somebody got coined 10,000 and
they haven't reached out. If you have coined 10,000, you email me. We're going to have you on the show, and you're going to get a little something from Cigar Talk.
I saw 10,042. So seeing 10,042, I know 10,000.
Did you see that in person?
No, it was on
Instagram or something.
No, it was on Facebook. In the group.
On the group.
Yeah,
okay.
They showed it. He said, I came home to this mail and I looked at the number. I was like, wow, that means 10,000 is out there.
10,000. Wow. And And how long ago was that? It's
Last
been a
week.
minute.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's been recent.
Yeah.
Because I heard they were already in the 1100s.
That's even worse. That's even worse. Even worse.
You know what the next milestone is? 20,000.
Yeah, 20,000.
Dude, I mean, and we're only close to halfway there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you think about that.
And where
20,000.
Where it started with us.
Well, right. I mean, you're 165. Yep. I'm 298. And I mean, dude.
Come on.
And then you look at Bill.
Yeah. Oh.
What is he?
62? Something like
that. 60 something. Yeah. And like.
Nothing I can say. It has grown immensely. And
you know
you said earlier.
But you know what I want to see?
What's that?
I want to see Al's coin that has 001. You know what I mean?
I want to see.
I'd like to take a picture of like my medallia next to his coin.
I want to see 001, and I want to see 007.
Why 007?
Because of Bond. It's just something with me with Bond. But
you know what? I was really never a Bond fan. I mean, I watched them, especially when I was a kid back when they were actually kind of cool. You know, they lost.
It's not cool now.
They went more like, you know, action character versus cool dude and back in the day of Shag. You know what I'm saying?
He said Shag.
Dude, you remember
you
remember Octopussy?
Who didn't?
Goldfinger.
Oh man. Octopussy was a story in it all. In his own, you know, the title had us.
You remember that? I think it was like in '69 they came out with that one that was the Shocker. Or was that a different movie?
It was on him. Oh my God!
Was that a different movie? All right, guys, we're gonna get serious,
please.
And then we have put it on Bryant for a second. We have the leaf right there. Show the logo.
The leaf.
That is, you know what? Let's turn the camera a little bit. There we go.
The
Boom.
leaf.
Dude, the leaf. You know what? I spent so much time there today, and it was nice. You know, I'm off tomorrow, so I went down there, and I drank a lot of coffee. I had a couple of bourbons. I had a few cigars. I walked around the humidor and took pictures.
Yeah, because you got lost.
I took pictures of my top 25.
Okay. So that's where your top 25 is coming from.
Right.
Those sticks that you smoked, but you took pictures of each one of them.
Yeah, I had a list, and then when I had my list, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go through, and I'm going to take pictures of each one. That way, I can scroll through the pictures, because I don't really like
Here's my thing.
Go ahead.
Where's the list?
It's on my phone.
No. Oh, okay. Because I want to see the spelling of the list. I want to see how you matched up your spelling. Is that the stick? It says this over here, but No, they didn't spell it wrong. You did.
Let me see. Let me see here. Okay, I got my list. Okay, let's talk about the Leaf.
Yes.
Though. Are we in the middle of that?
Yes, we are.
Oh, yeah. I was at the Leaf all day, and dude, you know what? It's funny because I had an employee meet me down there.
Okay.
He had to do some paperwork, and he had never been in there before. And I tell him, hey, when you get here, I'll be in the back. So him and his girlfriend walk in, and I immediately hop up, shake his hand. I reach out to shake her hand, and I'm like, I'm just impressed with your low expectations.
You're an asshole everywhere at all times.
At all times.
It doesn't matter.
And if I can slip one in with your girlfriend, that's even better.
Oh, God.
So anyway, but what was nice was I went and got the paperwork, came back in, sat down, and we chit-chatted for probably a good 30 minutes.
Okay.
And it was nice because they were even like, this is a really nice place.
It is.
They don't smoke cigars, okay? I was smoking mine, of course. But just the fact that somebody who doesn't smoke cigars was like, dude, this is nice back here.
It is.
And I was like, beats the shit out of a bar every day, every single day. Would you rather be at some bar or would you rather be in the Leaf?
In the Leaf and
all day long. All day, every day.
There's no.
So if you haven't had the opportunity or you just haven't taken it yet, if you are within 50 miles of Abilene, Texas, and I'll tell you this, Zeka came by and it was 100 miles out of his way. And you can ask Zeka, he absolutely loves the Leaf. He loves the staff. He loves the selection. He loves the Havana room just hanging out. And we are so spoiled because we get that any day of the week we want.
Every day of the week.
Right.
Every day.
And dude, I completely, they rearranged.
Yeah, I heard. I haven't seen it.
I love it. I love it. Like, and you know what's funny is this is how in tune Jay is with his consumers. Because we all know for Jay, it's all about the experience.
Yes.
They rearranged the furniture, and then Brian said, man, I really think it would be better for this, blah, blah, blah. Man, I'd love to be able to sit here, blah, blah, blah. Came in, bam.
Just like
Jay made that happen. That's, dude, I mean, how many shops would you be able to say, man, I really would like that sofa over here, this one over there?
None.
Right.
None at all.
If you're not shopping with the Leaf, you are missing out on experience.
Wasting your money, man.
I mean, I know there's other good lounges out there, but I don't know of one that competes at the level of the experience that they deliver.
Like I said, whenever I go out of town, I gauge lounges on the Leaf. It's about...
You have to. I mean, because that's what we're used to.
Yes. And if you don't give me that...
And I'll tell you what, it makes it rough on other lounges.
Oh, yes. Especially with me. I go in there, I take my pictures and see, then I'm gone.
And, when I go to a lounge I've never been into, when I walk in there and if someone greets me, I'm like, I'm Rob motherfucking Jones. Treat me like a god. You know what I mean? That's the level of treatment that I want. And I think, no, I don't really seek that. I'm really kidding. But
no, he's not.
I mean, dude, that's the way the Leaf treats you is like you are all that matters. And I'm going to do what I can do to take care of all of your wants and needs. And I'm going to surpass those expectations. And so if you're not shopping at the Leaf, I'm telling you right now, man, you're missing out.
It's one of them steps because Larry doesn't like caffeinated coffee. So what do they do for him?
Dude, they have a separate coffee maker just for him. And then they come in there when he's there and make decaf.
Yep. And make sure you want some more. It's just, that's the treatment you get, man. And when you, like I said, I gauge the lounges off of it. I do. Anywhere I go, I expect a certain level of professionalism toward me. Like
you know what?
said.
That's like whenever I would go up to Richardson, Texas, and go to the Renegade.
Mm-hmm.
They got a badass humidor. I want to say their humidor is probably like, I don't know, 18 by 30. It's a big humidor. And they've got a lot of unique sticks that I get excited about when I see them.
Mm-hmm.
But that's really where you draw the line of the over-the-top treatment.
Gotcha.
Like the staff, they're nice, but they're not like, what can I do for you? You know what I mean? They're not concierge.
No.
And the employees at the Leaf, that's what they are. They're cigar concierge. And I don't find that very many places. I'll tell you one place I do find it, and that's at the Paladin in Fort Worth.
Okay.
The two brothers that own that place, which is Matthew and Aaron, when you're there, they freaking take care of you at that level. But they don't have the Havana room. So, I mean, I can get little pieces of what I love about the Leaf at other places, but I have yet to come across a lounge where I get it all.
Yeah, I got you. I'm there.
And if you're looking for the cigars that sponsor the show, which is McAuliffe and Tabanero,
they're there.
Call them up, and they will hook you up. And I promise you, after you hear my list, you're going to want to order some. I'm just telling you.
Here we go.
And, you know, I'll tell you this. Every cigar on my list is available at the Leaf.
Yeah, you said you went through there and took pictures.
Yeah.
All right.
And I didn't, when I made my list, I didn't think about the Leaf. But when I got done with it, I was like, I wonder what I can get taking pictures of some of these. And I was like, oh, all of them except one
is at the Leaf.
All of them except one is at the Leaf. And the other ones is kind of hard to find.
Gotcha.
And so, you know, I try not to put a lot of those on my list, but every now and then, got to do it. So anyway, let's jump into my top 25. And you know what? I would love to hear feedback on what you guys think of Bryant's list and my list.
Here's
and
the competition.
No competition. I already know mine's better, but you know, I'm not saying that yours is bad. I think yours was great. I just know that mine kicks it up a notch because first of all, I did it in order from 25 to 1. You took the easy road and just did 25 great cigars. I didn't do that. I actually ranked them.
Who cares?
I do.
25 sticks.
I do. All right.
Give us
all right. Are you ready?
Sticks.
All right.
We're ready.
Drum roll for Rob.
Start.
Yes. Hey, thank you, Larry. Thank you, Larry. Larry's drumming on the table over there as he's working the cameras. Boom.
It's because you owe him.
All right. Number 25 is a Crux cigar, the Guild. Have you smoked the Guild?
Nope.
Oh, are you serious?
Serious as a heart attack.
Wow, you are missing out. Dude, that is a good stick.
Okay.
And I know you like the Bear and Bull, which I think is the Bull and Bear.
It's the Bull and Bear.
Well, I knew that.
You know, both of those animals are there. So.
I thought you were wrong.
And now I was like, oh, he's right.
All right. So anyway, the Guild is actually, after I've smoked the entire line that we have, the Guild is my go-to.
Okay.
And before, it was the Bear and Bull. Not the Bear and Bull, the Bear and Bull. So anyway, number 24 is Roma Craft Neanderthal Genetic Deformity. I love the Vitola on that. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's like a 4.5 by, I want to say 50. And it's just, even though it's a small stick, it's a powerhouse.
Gotcha.
And that's one of the reasons I like it in the smaller Vitola. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
I don't want to be like, damn, I should have ate something. I want to be able to enjoy a full-blown stick and be done with it before I get to that point.
Gotcha.
And then, hey, before I go on, I want to say I lit up this Padron 1926 at the beginning of the show. I'm now going into like after over an hour on this cigar. That's impressive for me.
You, yes. Very impressive. We know you. What do you say? Hot rod, Larry? Yeah, hot rod.
I will hot rod a Lincoln and a cigar. All right. Number 23 is the La Aurora Corojo. You know what? A lot of people might be like, well, there's really nothing special about that stick. You know what I mean? It's only like $5.75. And you know what I say is, if you want a solid morning stick that's going to give you a little bit of spice, a little bit of cream, a perfect draw, a perfect constructed cigar every time for $5.75, that's a hell of a stick. Yep. So they make it in at number 23, and I think it is if you're not smoking those, you're missing out.
Got you.
Number 22 is the La Galera, Connecticut.
Good stick.
Great stick. Also under $6 for the Robusto. And
that would have made my list.
If you have not smoked Connecticut's, like, it's one of the Connecticut's that I highly recommend for that first try of a Connecticut.
Yeah.
Because if you're used to, medium full or even fulls, I think that cigar is a great starting point for a superb Connecticut.
Take that ride. It's a good ride, too.
It's a very good ride. And I mean, again, it's under $6.
Mm-hmm.
My next cigar at number 21, and this actually could have made it higher on the list, but Jay was out of them. It's the Crowned Head Yellow Rose.
Yellow Rose ain't no joke.
Dude. I mean, I think that the Yellow Rose has been on my pick 6 list at least 3 times this year. When Jay has them in stock, I'm smoking them. Yeah, every time I go into the humidor, if they have one, I buy one.
Because they're gone. And if you don't, you won't get it enjoyed.
Right. And, I'm not one of those dudes who bogart cigars. I'm not going to go in there and buy like 6 of them so nobody else can enjoy them. I don't think that's a cool thing to do. I know certain people that like, oh, you got 8, I'll take them. I like to leave some for other people to experience that level of a cigar.
Because it's what you enjoy, and you want other people to enjoy it.
Absolutely. Then coming in at number 20 is the Partagas Black Robusto. Dude, that is a powerhouse cigar. You are going to start out like right out of the gate with like strong leather, some really dark earth tones. And then you're going to fade into the super spice in about half a New York second. You know what I mean? Not a full one, a half one. And that's why I like the Robusto, because if I got to smoke a 6x52 torpedo, which is what I used to smoke all the time, that's going to be too much of that for me. Now, I know you guys that love strong cigars, dude, smoke the Toro, smoke the Torpedo. That's a lights out, full-bodied cigar with flavor that is just in droves.
Outrageous.
Yeah. All right, so that's number 20. Let's go to number 19, which is the Martinez Cigars Flatiron Maduro.
I'm trying to think if I had that.
Box press. It's right there above the Definition cigars.
Yeah. I don't remember smoking one.
Well, then you need to add that to your list. And let me tell you this right now. It's not medium to full. It's full.
Full. Okay.
It's like the Partagas Black in the sense of nicotine level.
Oh.
I hadn't smoked one probably in 6 months. And I was like, dude, I got to dip back into that little selection. $10 for a Robusto.
And you can't beat it.
And I lit it up. And when I was done with it, I was like, Oh, damn. I haven't felt like this in a while.
Oh, damn.
Not very many cigars take me to that level of like, oh, wow, that's got some nicotine. Anyway, the next cigar on the list is at number 18. You have the AJ Fernandez Dias de Gloria.
Yeah, that's a good stick.
I've got the 6x48. Yeah. The 6x48, that's a game changer.
You talking about a good stick.
It's also a medium to full, and I would put it halfway between medium and halfway between full, maybe a little stronger than that. And you get that traditional AJ Fernandez profile on steroids.
You put it on steroids.
I mean, because your regular AJs have that distinctive flavor profile, but the Dias de Gloria ramps it up. And if you haven't tried that one's definitely one that you need to try.
I like the way you put that. I do.
The next one on the list is one of my favorites on the list. Namesake.
Okay.
The Robert Caldwell Swollen Cock. I'm telling you right now, that cigar makes it on the list based on the name alone.
See, the name got you.
But it is a damn good cigar. Damn good.
It's one of those that it'll surprise you. And you're like, wow.
Well, you know why it surprises you? Because it has a ridiculous name. But because the cigar is so good, you're like, I'm down with the swollen cock. Yep. Not the sickness, but the swollen cock, bring it on. I will smoke it all day long.
Can we go to the next one on the list?
The next one at number 16 is the My Father's Fonseca Robusto.
Fonseca Robusto.
Have you
had that? Yeah.
Good smoke, dude. Especially between 8 a.m. and 1 p.m.
Why those times?
Because that's when I'm in my like middle of the road strength.
Oh,
I want some flavor, but I don't want that full punch yet.
Gotcha.
That cigar is right there.
Gotcha.
It's like it has the flavor of a stronger cigar. And the nicotine is like a medium plus, but it's not full blown.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I mean, now, granted, some people might think it's a little strong for 8 o'clock in the morning.
That's why I asked from 8 to 1.
For most people, it's probably at least after noon.
Yeah.
But for me, 8 to 1.
This dude, man.
So anyway, my next one on the list is number 15. Viva La Vida, the Jester.
Yeah, I knew you was going to go there.
After smoking every Vitola other than, I can't remember if I've smoked the Lancero. I think I have.
Somebody gave those to us.
I think we smoked them a long time ago.
Was it Zeka that gave us to us?
Maybe. I don't remember who gave them to us, but what I will say is I like the Jester.
Yeah.
The Jester is, I mean, dude, I don't even know the dimensions of it, but I want to say it's like a 4.5 by 52, 54 maybe, box press. And it's not a stiff box press. It's like the rounded edges of a box press in a 4.5 by 52-ish. And that cigar is lights out for me. I think that is amazing. Oh, freak, man. I think my phone's dying. Hey, man, I'm going to need a charge cord for 1 second. Put it on Bryant for a minute.
We got to find out if he can keep going with his list. He's got to a point where the list is like, nope, telling the truth on him. He's getting his... Dude, he has some stuff. Where'd you get that one at?
What?
That charger.
Oh, I've had this one for a while.
I'm sitting there looking. Rob is not the type that I would see with a, you lay it on top of you lay the phone on top of the charger type of guy.
And you know what? I'm really not. It's not really, but here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
This shitty iPhone that I have.
I applaud that.
I know you hate iPhones, but I love most things about iPhones. But what I've found is that the charging hole is finicky.
Say not porthole.
So if you put it on this thing here,
you ain't got to worry about it.
I don't have to worry about Dude, when I'm in the car, I have to plug it in and lay it where it will not move.
So it doesn't.
So it'll charge.
Yeah.
If it moves at all,
you're done.
It won't charge.
Got you.
And so I don't know if anybody knows like the vice president of engineering at Apple. I'd like their number. I've got a couple of things that I would like to discuss with them.
They'll be like, who are you?
I'm Rob motherfucking Jones.
6.
Merry Christmas. 6.
He said, as you said earlier, Larry, he said he will try.
Hey, after I was unsuccessful
on the first try,
I was like,
forget it. I'm gonna be me.
Hey, now it's not, I'm not gonna try. It's like, now can I break a record?
She almost there, bro. He almost there. Corporate America is not looking at us anymore.
So while I've got my phone charging here, I want to take a minute to say thank you to our Patreons.
100%.
I mean, you guys don't know the level of gratitude that I have that each and every one of you would support the show. I mean, I'm honored. I really am.
Not the only one.
I mean, if you are willing to support the show in a financial way, that means a lot.
To both of us.
I mean, the Light 'em Up crew, dude, I don't know if you've even noticed, but we put up a new store.
Yeah.
For the merch.
Yeah.
And the Light 'em Up crew section, I'm adding to it. It's going to be badass. Now, I will say this. If you go to the merch store and you order something that's the Light 'em Up crew, you'll get rejected.
Why?
Because they're not a Light 'em Up crew member.
Oh, I got you. Okay, just for the members.
Yeah,
only.
because at the end of the day, I have to go in and approve the orders. And if you're not a Light 'em Up crew member, that's not fair. That's just for those guys.
Gotcha.
And so, that's one of those special thank yous. It's like, dude, only the Light 'em Up crew can get these items.
Yeah, I like that.
And and then, of course, on the merch store, we also have the Cigar Talk logo shirts and hats and all that jazz. Oh, and hoodies. Yeah. So anyway, I don't know if you know this, but about a year ago, we had a guy order a hoodie with the Cigar Talk stuff on it. And I don't know what happened, but anyway, he wanted an extra large, but they sent him a small. So I was like, send it back to me. And I ordered him another one. And then I told my daughter that I had this, and she was like, that won't fit me, but I have a friend that it will fit. And I was like, okay. Her name's Darcy. I was like, Darcy can have this shirt. And then one day I was at the Leaf and I saw Alan
with the shirt.
No, I had the shirt or the hoodie. It was a hoodie. And I was like, Alan, you're a small. Here you go. Well, little did I know that my daughter would be like, Darcy really wants that. So now
you gotta get
I had to order her one.
Yeah. Stop doing that, man. Because you do that a lot.
I do.
You do that a lot.
I do.
A lot. Like, okay, who's here right now? You can have it. Wait a minute, you promised that to so-and-so. Well, they're not here right now.
Snooze, you lose.
Especially with you, dude. Oh, man.
Bro, turn that camera just a little bit. Flip it back over. Yeah, I'm right. Look, I'm way over, dude. You need to fix that. Keep going. Right there. Perfect. Thank you, sir. Has it been that way the whole time?
The whole time.
I think you kicked it.
Never.
You know what? When I edit it, I'll know.
You will. And you'll see that he didn't.
And I'll be like, I'm going to be calling you up at like 3 a.m. I was right, Bryant.
Guess what you're going to get?
What?
The caller you dialed does not have a mailbox set up.
Do you
I hate that, man.
do you turn your ringer off at night?
No,
So you would hear someone call.
I never have the ringer on.
Really? Oh, you never have the ringer
It's always
on.
on vibrate.
Oh, see, I can't do that.
Because in my job, I can't do something that I tell my employees not to do, which is you can't have your ring on. You shouldn't have your phone with you. But I understand life happens. I do understand that. But you can't have a customer there and your phone starts ringing, because that is very unprofessional to break away from that customer, to not even answer the phone, but just click it and turn it off.
Oh, no, I agree.
Click
but
it
I
and
mean,
turn it off,
how
so.
do you handle that at work?
Yeah. And so it's always on vibrate. It's always on my desk. I never touch it. My wife gets upset with me. I called you. I understand. And when I get a break, I return the call. But until then, I just do what I ask my employees to do. Don't answer your phone in front of anybody. So that's the way it goes. Keep that professionalism.
Oh, in a corporate world, and I mean, you're not corporate, but you're state.
Yep.
And you gotta maintain professionalism.
Oh, yeah, 'cause-
you know what I mean? Because we all have customers.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, we all know. I mean, you got customers, I got customers.
And see, my customers have a lot more pull than regular customers because they are the citizens. You know what I'm saying? They are the reason we're there. And you got to treat them. Everything is over there. Everything is over there.
Thank
Everything
you.
is over there. He's getting ready to blame. You see him? You see him there?
I was fixing to jump some shit.
And everything is over there.
Where is the cutter?
And the lighter right in front of him. Everything's supposed to be in the middle, right?
This is the middle.
Your dimensions are off, sir.
My dementia is full spectrum.
Stop.
Hey, so first of all, I just want to say that Padron I was smoking, the 1926
Yes, sir.
Maduro, lights out.
I see what you getting ready to light up.
Have you smoked one?
Yes, it was on my list.
I have not had this is Partagas.
Yes.
I've not had one of these.
Dude.
You know what? Jay was telling me about it because I was looking at the Partagas Black. And I was like, what is this cigar? What is that?
You will enjoy.
And so
You will enjoy.
it's out of my wheelhouse with the ring gauge. What is that, a 56?
Yes.
54?
54. It was a 50. I ain't got my
Isn't it
wrapper.
funny that a 54 ring gauge looks big to me now?
It's 6x54. Yep.
54 looks huge. I used to smoke 60s.
You sure did. Full blown. Knock you on.
I thought that a 6x60 was the perfect cigar.
You told everybody that. You even argued with when that Dan y'all were arguing about the 6x60 and what's the name?
Dan who?
From McAuliffe.
Oh,
He said Dan who?
no, we were arguing about the Toro
and
the Corona Extra.
Yeah.
And I've smoked a lot of the Toro, and I'm going to say it's a different experience, and I prefer the Corona Extra experience.
Yeah,
If you hold them
side
by side, that's where I'm going. But I will say the Toro is a hell of an experience. It's just I prefer the Corona Extra.
Gotcha.
So anyway, you know what? I don't know how long it's going to be, but we're waiting, folks.
That's why I love Samsung. Because while you with mine on that apparatus that you have, while I have it on there, I can go through everything still.
Well, I can too if it didn't die.
But see, mine won't die
Why?
because it's a Samsung.
You know what? I mean, I don't dig the whole Google operating system, the Android. I don't dig that operating system. Once you dive in and go Apple, you'll never go back.
I have, and my work phone is an Apple, and when I use it,
When you're working,
and I'm in a place where the T-Mobile doesn't work, which is now few and far between, because that AT&T, oh God, I'd hate to have an accident and that work phone was the only one I had, because I'd be stuck, because the AT&T doesn't work anywhere.
I have AT&T.
Yeah,
on my work phone.
I pray for you. That's where it's on mine, on my work phone.
And then on my personal phone, I have T-Mobile.
Mm-hmm.
But I have both Apples.
Yeah.
And my work phone is a piece of shit. My personal phone is the 8 Plus.
Uh-huh.
I think they're at number 8,204 now. And
13.
I don't, well, whatever, but I don't have the 13 and I don't need the 13.
That's me. I stopped at 20.
I mean, I don't know what else this phone could do.
And see, mine, I'm a note guy because I go to places where I got to jot down stuff where people are complaining about stuff. So I get there and I just pull my pen out and write it on my phone, and it saves it for me. So when I get back, I can actually access it very quickly. And what are you doing?
Taking my Santa picture. You know, I'm going to post that right now. Because I say, ho, ho, ho.
Lord help us. Just please help us.
He's like, I ain't helping you do shit.
He ain't helping you do shit. Because what you just said, I ain't helping me do. That's right. He's like, nope, I ain't going there.
Okay. I don't need help on everything.
So you say. So you say. Man, where's the list?
Oh, I'm getting there. Let's just hold your horses. Did you ever? Is that a Texas thing?
No, they said it up there too.
You had that in St. Louis.
Yep. Hold your horses.
Yeah, hold your horses. I didn't know if that was while we're waiting on my phone, let's talk about the Cowboys for a minute. Just a minute.
Oh, Jesus.
Because you know what I'm saying?
What's that?
That
your prediction is
prediction is looking good. 9-8.
It's looking better every day.
I mean, they won 6 in a row, and people started jumping on the Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl. And after the last 4 games, if you're a Cowboy fan, you should be concerned.
Crickets.
They looked lackadaisical.
Look like they always look.
Absolutely. I mean, they are not being coached up. Now, the last game during Thanksgiving, they didn't have CeeDee Lamb. They didn't have Cooper because they were COVID out. Mm-hmm. And so I get it. No, I'm not done yet. Don't interrupt. You have. I'm schooling you. Shut up. No, what I'm saying is you take away the best 2 wide receivers they have. I get that it's going to be a little off, but the entire offense was off without those 2 players. And Dak threw several balls that God couldn't catch. And then there were several drop balls that I could catch. So, I mean, you see the level of screwing up. And so, anyway, I just thought 9-8, baby. 9-8.
Popped out real quick.
You know what? Next year, for the Cowboys schedule, when it comes out, I'm going to call up Vegas. And I'm going to predict their record for the year. If you can do that, I wonder what the odds pay. You think they're like 30-1? I mean, they should be like 400-1. For you being able to predict the record.
401 would be the Lions, not the Cowboys.
I could do them too.
Yeah, what, another 0-17?
I would say 1-16.
Yeah. It's weird because
somebody on the schedule is going to think they're going to roll into town and kick their ass, and that's the team they're going to beat.
Yeah. It's coming
just
down
like
to
the Cowboys did with the Broncos.
Yep. It's coming down to, a lot of people had penciled in the Rams, especially when they got Von Miller and then OBJ. It doesn't matter. If they're not playing as a team, it's not going to work. It's not going to work.
The Rams are the New York Yankees.
No, yeah, they are the Redskins when Snyder first took over because he went and got everybody that was a big name, and they never did make it. It comes down to a team, man. It's got to be a team.
All right, what was my last cigar?
Heck, I don't know.
At number 15,
It's been so long.
it was the Viva La Vida Jester.
Yeah.
Number 14 is the Plasencia Concheca 146.
Yes, sir. I'll hold my hand up for that one.
I'll
hold my hand up for that one.
That's also one of those sticks that I probably don't smoke enough. But when I do, it takes me to another dimension.
They don't want you. They already have a Rob.
They were like, get out.
We can't take two of them. Leave.
How long has it been since you smoked one of those?
It's been a minute.
Revisit that the next time that you have some quality cigar time.
Gotcha.
You're going to dig it. Then number 13 on the list, this is going to surprise you. Romeo and Julieta.
For real?
Nicaraguan blended by AJ.
Especially from you. Yeah, that is a surprise.
You know, I don't go
No, you don't.
the big brand names hardly ever.
Yep. For you to take that ride, it had to be a good
To
ride.
make it at number 13,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's the best Romeo and Julieta there is, and it's a damn good
Oh,
stick.
it is. It is.
All right, next one, number 12, Black Label Trading Company, Salvation.
I'm with you there, too.
Dude, at number 12, that tells you that is a damn good cigar.
Yeah.
You know what I like about it is if you take away like a Connecticut that is like smooth and creamy,
Mm-hmm.
but then you put it on a Maduro with a little bit of power, and you marry those two together and get that creamy chocolate, and then you go back to the deep, dark soil flavors, and then you have a little bit of spice on top, just enough to say, hey, dude, that is
like
a
how you
great
described
cigar.
That.
That's
I like how you described that.
dude, lights
That's
out.
exactly the ride, too.
Yeah,
It
I mean, it is a really good ride.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think that's like a $11, $12 stick, also available at the Leaf. Number
Good list here right now.
Thank you. Number 11. This is a stick that everybody knows, and when you get into the heavy cigar smoking like we do, it's one of those sticks that you don't go to often, but when you do, you realize that you should go to it more.
Okay.
It is. Let me find my list.
He pulled it up and lost it. Which one where was I at?
At number 11 is the Oliva Melanio Maduro in the Figurado.
Okay.
Damn good stick. You know what? That's a stick that we overlook because it's an Oliva.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you take for granted that Oliva's good, but it's not like what you consider to be something special.
Gotcha.
But it's always a good stick.
Gotcha.
The Melanio Maduro Figurado kicks it up a notch and makes the list at number 10. 11.
11. Now your top 10.
Right, here's top 10. Right back to Plasencia, the Alma Fuerte in the Figurado. Dude. And you know what? That cigar kicks it up a notch from the Melanio. You know what I'm saying? That cigar is right at the perfect value at even $22. It's that good.
Yeah. I'm with you there.
At number 9, and when I tell you what number 9 is, you're going to know that 1 through 8 is smoking. All right? Because my number 9 is the Alec Bradley Fine and Rare 2019.
To go, you got 8 above that.
And you know I love that stick.
I got to hear this now.
The number 8 is the Padron 1964 Maduro.
Okay.
Can't go wrong with it. Can't.
Nope.
I mean, I don't care if you're wanting to smoke it in the natural, the Maduro. You're gonna be like,
Lights out.
it's
Lights out.
every time.
Yep.
I've never had a Padron 26 or 64 that had a construction problem. No. And you're going to get that signature series of a blend on whatever you smoke of theirs. Yeah. Like when you smoke it, you're like, that's a Padron.
Yeah.
So hats off to them for that. Number 7 is the McAuliffe Medallia Corona Extra. And some people may say that shouldn't be
above that Padron.
Right. But when you smoke as many of those as I do,
true.
I'm going to tell you right now, it's money. It's money every single time you smoke it.
Especially for you.
Yeah, 100%.
I got you.
In fact, Larry was smoking one of those last week when we recorded the show. And lights out.
Yes, sir.
All right, here we are at number 6. The Tabanero, Connecticut.
Good stick.
For a Connecticut to be in my top 5 tells you that
6.
No, oh yeah, it is 6. For a to be in my top 6 as a Connecticut,
dude, especially for you,
flavor wise, creaminess wise, there's not a better cigar out there. If you're looking for something buttery, creamy,
he hit it with that buttery.
Oh, yeah, dude. I never knew when I took my Connecticut journey that I would ever experience that. Okay. And they blew it away for me. Number 5, right back to the McAuliffe Reserva.
Hands down.
Churchill.
Hands down. He said,
boom.
I'm going Churchill.
I am. This one may surprise some people because they think of this as an everyday stick, maybe. A brand that's known for really good cigars. The My Father's Lee Bijou 1922 Robusto.
Yeah.
You want to take a refined powerhouse and put it in a Robusto. Dude, all day long, that is a great stick.
That's Matthew McConaughey and Mike Tyson together. You got the cool, the refined, but then you got that rough. That's just like, I'm here.
You take the refined and then you bite off someone's ear.
I kicked it that time.
You know what? I think that people, if you haven't smoked the 1922, you owe it to yourself to try that stick.
You've wasted your journey.
Now, here's the only cigar that Jay doesn't have at the Leaf.
Which one is that?
This is the Padron 50th.
Ooh.
I had that in Lubbock.
Ooh.
And it was really one of the rare opportunities that I've even had the opportunity to smoke one. Yeah. And I smoked it, and wow. Yeah. And you know what? I don't know that I want Jay to carry those. At $55 a pop, woo-hoo. I don't want that to be accessible on a full-time basis.
Not for a blue-collar man.
Right. I mean, that was like a once-a-year type cigar. And that's one of the reasons why it's not higher on my list is because blue-collar guy, $55, that's up there, man.
And even though it's that good, you're just like, whoo, still 55.
Here is the only stick that me and you share on our list. Are you ready?
Talk.
The Davidoff Escuro Gran Perfecto.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now, I paid $88 for a 4-pack. We smoked them and loved them, and I immediately ordered another 4-pack. So for me to spend $196 on 8 cigars,
got to be great.
I don't do that.
Yeah,
I just don't. But that cigar is maybe one of the creamiest, smoothest, dark. Dude,
it's that truth ride. That's what it is. It's that truth.
It's a cigar that I highly recommend that, like, before you smoke that cigar, whatever it is that you do to make sure that your palate is as clean as it can be, you need to do that, because you don't want to miss a single nuance of the flavor profile.
Not a single note. None. You don't want to miss none of it.
And it's one of those delicate cigars that definitely has some notes that you're like, you're going to get those right out the gate. But they have a lot of delicate notes that you're not going to get unless you are at one with the cigar.
At one.
I mean, when I smoke those, I'm like, where's Buddha? I need to rub his belly. You know what I mean? Rub that belly, boy. So, anyway, that's my number 2. Are you ready for number 1?
Here we go.
You should be able to guess it based on what you know I've been smoking and you haven't heard on the list yet. If you guess it, I'll buy you one tomorrow. All right, well, you ain't got all damn day.
I'm good.
You're not going to phone a friend?
No.
You're not going to guess?
No.
Number 1 for 2021 for me is the Tabanero Habano. Boom.
I knew it was a Tabanero, but I couldn't think.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
I couldn't think of which one it would be. I was like,
that cigar.
he hasn't said.
Yeah, that cigar is like, when I think about what cigars get me excited about smoking.
Gotcha.
Like, I look at a lot of cigars and go, oh, that's a good smoke. I can't wait to smoke that. With the Tabanero Habano, I'm like, lights out. I don't know how you can mass produce these. You know what I'm saying? And you know how they mass produce them? They've got Cuban rollers rolling cigars morning, noon, and night. Morning, noon, and night. Virgin thighs. I'm telling you right now. Dude, well, and they've got men and women.
Come on.
Hey, I'm just telling you that if you have not smoked the Tabanero Habano, and I prefer it in the Robusto. It also comes in a Toro, which I've smoked a ton of. It also comes in a Torpedo, which I've smoked. But that Robusto, wow.
Yeah.
2021, Tabanero takes it home, baby. Yay! Yanko, thank you for the passion.
True.
So, anyway, guys, that is our top 25 of 2021.
Yes, it is.
You basically got 49 sticks, solid gold. If you were
Wait a minute. Oh, because we shared one. That's why you said 49.
Yeah, the Davidoff.
Yeah, I got you. I was like, here's that math again.
Yeah. I mean, come on, man.
We had to figure out.
You ain't even been drinking. But to be fair, I've drank enough for both of us.
All three of us.
Well, Larry's doing his fair share. I don't know. Hey, I don't know if you noticed, but I actually put a brand new bottle
in front of him
just for Larry. I was like, Larry, here you go. Knock yourself out.
Say, stop reaching across.
I'm done. Are you done?
Are you done?
What time? We haven't even done the after show yet.
I mean, drinking.
Oh, drinking?
Give me that back.
Yeah, give that back.
I don't know what.
So anyway, guys, hey, and also look down in the show notes, and you'll see a link to the Cigar Talk merch store. You can get T-shirts, hats, mugs,
everything.
You know what? We didn't have that available for a long time.
Yep.
And some Patreons told me basically quit slacking and put the store back up.
Yeah.
So, dude, and let me tell you what, that was brutal. I don't know building websites like I did in the early 2000s when it was a lot easier.
Gotcha.
Now there's so much stuff I don't know anymore that, dude, it was brutal. Days.
Gotcha.
Like 9 days So anyway, Bryant said he's got to go take a leak before we do the Light 'em Up Crew show. All the Patreons, thank you guys. Hang out a little bit. We're going to have a badass show for the Light 'em Up Crew members. And so until next week,
Keep smoking.
boom.